So at this point, ladies and gentlemen, you should have already read about the sovereign state. I want to just reiterate a few quick points here. In order to be sovereign, you need to have total control over yourself. Now, to be considered an independent country, you need to be able to have self-rule. If somebody else is telling you what you should or should not be doing, then you are not considered a sovereign state. Take the case of Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico is controlled by the United States and therefore is not sovereign. They are told what to do by the United States. So on your paper, you're going to notice that on the back page of what you've been reading is a page with 4 stars. This is what you will be filling out during this. The next one is the key features of a state. The things a state must do. So the state must take care of 4 things. It must have 4 things. It must have a population, a body of people. It must have territory, sovereignty with the power to make and enforce laws without having to check with any higher authority, and it must have a government. These 4 things together guarantee that this is a state, and a sovereign state at that. Now, the government has 4 roles. Let's look at what the 4 roles of the government are. It must protect the country, keep order, help citizens, and make laws. And so what we're going to be doing with those 4 stars is, first I want you to go through and I want you to fill out in each one of those 4 stars these roles of the government. Then when each example appears on the next subsequent pages, I want you to fill them out around the stars. So for example, if we look in the case of the Army is a function of protecting the country. And this is where it fits in a role of the government, and that's why we have an army. All right? The next one that would be looking at is a law that says kids under 14 can't work. What role of the government does that fit under? Well, that would fit under making laws. So do me a favor. Pause the video right now. Go through with the word bank on top and try to figure out what each one of the words or what each one of the things that are up there, figure out what role of the government that is. Then, after you're done, go through the rest of this video, see where each of them fit, and then make the appropriate changes. Alright, so hopefully you're back now. You've gone through, put each one of these words down, and then we're going to move on from there. The next one that we're looking at is a sheriff. The function of the sheriff is to keep order. And we see that that's where that fits. People have the freedom of speech fits under making laws. Highway patrol is there to keep order. Now, I do want you guys to notice the difference between highway patrol, sheriff, and army. Notice that these 2 are under keep order, where the army is to protect the country. A veterans hospital is there under the function of helping citizens. The Navy would fit, again, under this idea of protecting the country. The voting age of 18 is under the idea of making laws. The Air Force. Let me go back here real quick. Force would be under protecting the country. It looks like we can't see that portion right now, but it should be up here. It should be up here. Schools. We see schools as under helping citizens. It is providing a service. The FBI. The FBI is again hidden up here, but it should be under this keep order. All right. Again, I want you to notice the difference between military branches of service and then some of these agencies that are there to provide protections, keep order, to make sure that we're following the laws. The Marines. We see the Marines are under this protect the country. Retirement benefits help citizens. Jobs must pay a minimum wage. Now I want you to notice that that is under make laws and not under help citizens. All right? What we see that happens is that a law is something that everybody must follow, and that's why they put that minimum wage there. It's not a recommendation, it's not something we should do, it's something you must do. The next one we see is going to be a highway system. And I just want you to notice, I'm not sure exactly what happened to my PowerPoint as it was uploaded in here, but do you see that we now are starting to see our protect the country and keep order up here, and then the ones that are in the bottom, help citizens and make laws, have moved down to here. The highway system has gone under to help citizens. It helps move you from one place to the other. All right. And I don't know what is happening to my PowerPoint. All right. So as we look at that, basically once we see all that happening, or once we finish having that, we've then finished what is the essential features of a state, what are the functions that a government must do for its people.